So I wanted to show everyone what painting a brick wall looks like, and it's not as easy as I thought it would be. So I hope you learn a little bit. I learned a lot doing it, and I want to help you avoid making the same mistakes that I made. So you see mistake number one that I'm doing right here. I made a straight line all the way back down the wall. And that's going to be super noticeable whenever I am finished painting. Um, you can see it slowly showing up. There is a bright white line where the two places I painted meet together. And you can see on further down the wall, I'm actually kind of separating that line out and you get this. But that white line the customer was not happy with. So I had to figure out how to hide that. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that. But first, I think the most important thing is the distribution of the paint on the brick itself is going to help prevent that from happening. You want it to paint some bricks just barely at all, and then others you want to put a solid coat on. And you can see here, to get rid of that line, I'm putting more and more coats over that surface, and that kind of helps to blend that line in. And I'm gonna have to do several more coats. The biggest thing I learned is the more paint you use, the more white the wall is. Shocker, I know. But as I went and painted more and more, I got a good feel for how much paint would leave a good white surface and how much paint you could still see the brick through. And you can see I'm going really heavy on this part of the coat, and that's basically to make that line that I'm trying to get rid of less noticeable in the grand scope of the wall. And so little by little, we're filling out almost like a cow pattern. You want little holes or spots where you're going really heavy white, and then other spots that you can kind of still see the brick through. Um, and then once we're all finished up with our first coat, that's where you have to go in and blend and try and get rid of that line. But you can see here, I'm not stopping on a straight line down the wall like I did previously. That was definitely a major mistake that I made. And it took a lot of time to try and undo that mistake. Um, and I tried wire brushes, I tried scotch pads, I tried all sorts of things. But the biggest thing that helped was adding more layers and kind of making a splotchy artistic look for the wall. So hopefully you learned a little bit. And yeah, painting a brick wall is not as straightforward as you would think it would be.